G'day guys and welcome to the Centre Bounce for this my round 18 team review. Stay tuned. Yes guys, something different. I'm recording this on Sunday night. Could you possibly believe it? I know I can't. Just thought, you know what, enough's enough. Rather than having the ringer roll and the running from recording after work to run to Fancast, I thought, you know what, so much better and easier now that the game is opening up a little bit sooner compared to earlier weeks in the season. I'll just get this out ASAP rather than delaying it. It just become a much easier habit. It gets out. I don't have to worry about fiddling around with recording and making a thumbnail in the office. Just get it done and dusted and upload it on a Sunday night. And hopefully this is the start of what will be the rest of the season, and hopefully we have a good way to round things up. I think it was a really good week for me this week, scoring 25-27, which is a really good score. And I think it just was a week that I wasn't really paying too much attention to the supercoach scoring. I just obviously checked to make sure that the Merit VC did not pop off, to make sure that we take that captaincy score. We did not take that captaincy score because he didn't even crack the ton. Just sums up how shit of a night it was for me in terms of, and my boys, 3 new injuries coming out of that game as well. None more devastating than obviously Nick Martin going down with an ACL. At this point of the season, it is the last thing that we wanted, really, and the last thing that we needed. So this is a year that is going to have massive repercussions in terms of the big picture now as well. If Nick Martin's going to be not playing at all next year until the last month, so it'll be really interesting to see just how far just how much the youth can develop over the course of this preseason, how much we can sort out in terms of a game style perspective to be able to be really competitive next year without someone of Nick Martin's caliber and his importance for our side. And you saw news sort of was coming out at quarter time about what happened, and the players were really shell shocked. No excuse, really not an excuse for the way that they played, but Brad himself said that they really sent shivers down everybody's spine on the game after quarter time, and you could tell just the desire to win was completely gone. The desire to win it's just full tank now. The season's gone and completely spiraling out of control. The longer this year goes on, the more injuries we're getting. And it doesn't excuse the style, but it just feels like right now they're fully embracing the tank, genuinely. Unlike my Supercoach side, not embracing any tank. 25-27, a ripper score, top 1%. It's been a while since I've had a top 1%. I'm not sure I've had a top 1% score. The average was 21.57, so that was par apparently. 21.57 was the average. Jeez, did quite well. Didn't anticipate that, to be honest, because there was a few of our players that really did not fire. We managed to go up 2,000 spots this week, so we're just outside the top 5K again, which is certainly not the worst after the trauma and the carnage that happened in round 16. But this is what happened. So Holmes and Smith both got absolutely shellacked by the Giants. Well done. Very impressive by Gouis. Oh, Jesus, this is going to be 100 points on the weekend. On Thursday, it's going to be 100 points. What a time for us to play against the Giants. So, yeah, Holmes and Smith both were no good. Stewart was looking terrible as well. But as soon as the Cats started to play that high press defense, it just allowed him to just feast on all of the turnovers that they were having with their crap kicks going inside forward 50. So well done to Tommy Stewart. If you got him at that cheap-ass price, man, you'd be absolutely laughing. I did say tremendous value in this pick if you're willing to roll the dice there. Clark with a 125, very good. Zorka 107, some clangers here and there, limited his score, but if you're scoring over 100, I'm taking it. Same thing with Whitfield. I'm just going to take it. Sharing points with Ash and Mills with a 55. Look, with Mills, it sometimes may be good, sometimes may be shit. This week was a shit week. Who does he play this week? North. He could have a good one. So we'll have a look and see what happens there. Butters was the skipper. For those who had Captain Bont, you'd be very, very happy. But yes, the merit into Butters was the play. And happy with the Butters 154. Always happy with a 150 plus captaincy. That's just wonderful. Dacos with an 85. Obviously, a low week for him. Bond sensational. Georgie Boy can hold his head high for the Blues. Honestly, really happy with this guy. Really happy I traded him in. Brayshaw 121. Crazy scenes with him having that interview bloodied that way. I'm not sure who ticked that decision off, but was not a good look in the slightest. Merritt, it felt like after first quarter, he was on fire. It looked like he was going to have 50 touches and was doing so well. And then Nick Martin injury news comes out, and it just felt like he was, I don't know, he checked out almost, which is crazy, but he's probably like, great. My number 2 here in this team, the second best player after me now, is also injured. And then it just embraced the give up attitude, which is terrible. And he was tagged. And yeah, just a terrible night in general. Dunkley 151, really happy with Dunks, just, starting to fire at the right time. And the Shees 123, very good. Sherry could be having holiday for that stray hit. Could be 3 weeks. Not very good. DeConning is degoning, and we're stuck with him. Rank 105, did very well. Very, very well. Good player. Crows, very impressive win. I tipped you boys. Very good. The Crows, they're fun to watch. Petrarca on the 84 in a comfortable win. To be honest, I did not watch any of that North Melbourne game, so I can't really comment on his game. But otherwise, 84 is not great. Daniel 1, well done. Darcy 79. He's a freak, this guy, isn't he? Like that basketball dribble gather, keeping his feet, kicking the goal. I mean, this guy, Jesus, what a talent. Horn Francis was looking deplorable to start with, and then just went bang, just dominated. Couple of goals. You love to see it. Salvaged it. Good boy. Made up for last week in a massive way. And McCarthy with an 87. I'm taking that from my flex. If you go on 90 odd in my flex, I'm taking that. For a 99k rookie, I'm taking that. So obviously we only have 2 trades, as has been the case for the last few weeks. And we're holding on to those for injuries, for suspensions. And it looks like Sherry might be gone for 3 weeks. If Sherry is not, then we hold him. If he is, then simply trading out Sherry. Thankfully, I don't have anyone else that's injured, touch wood, at this point in time. But if he is out for 3 weeks, we just simply go Sherry to Gorn. And we're laughing at that point because the reason why I'm happy doing that is because Gorn is Gorn. But also, if I pull across to this one here, the Ruck Run Home, courtesy of DFS, his run home is pretty good. He's got Carlton this week, St Kilda, West Coast, Doggies, Hawks. So that's a very solid way to end. And then he's obviously got Collingwood at the end. But same thing, Sherry also has a red matchup there as well. So I'm very happy to go with Gorn because Gorn is Gorn. And he's a lot cheaper now. Would obviously love to go for someone like a Brodie Grundy, but geez whiz. I mean, he's 737 now. And why wouldn't he be? He has the highest 3-round average of 153 and the highest 5-round average of 154.8. He's basically going 155 over the last 5 weeks. What a beast. The second guy, Butters, is 30 points behind. He's doing 30 points. Would have loved to have got Matt Rowell way back when. Would have been a great selection. I had a feeling I'd love to have gotten him. but alas, I didn't do it. Would have loved to have gotten Nas way back when, but alas, I didn't do it. But otherwise, I'm not complaining. If Sherry is indeed out, which I think he will be for that stray errant hand, which concussed Sparrow, could just be a Sherry to Gorn, and I'm still stuck with Degoning. Degoning is still stuck in my team. Leaves me still with one trade, and we've still got quite a bit of football to go. Seriously, like that's way too much football for one trade. I might even be forced to hold on to him, but unfortunately, I don't have like a Jackson that I can swing here, so might just have to do this, and fingers crossed that last trade doesn't have to be used for a few weeks, unfortunately. So what do we do from here on out? Who's the VC in the C? Oh, anyone from GWS is going to have a field day. Haney could be good. If you have Grundy. If you have Grundy. Oh my god, if you have Grundy. Oh, I wish I had Grundy. Grundy. MCJ. Maybe Hewitt could be alright. Oh my god, they play each other. That's the problem. GMHBA. One of Holmes or Smith might be doing okay. Maybe Stewart could do really well. Oh my god, there's no obvious captaincy or vice captain option for me. There are no easy matchups. Could do Whitfield as a VC. Hope for the best. Could go Gorn. Gorn is Gorn after all. Adelaide. Playing at home against the Suns, but I don't really want captain ranking. That's not happening. Port are travelling to UTAS. Dunkley? Against his old mob? What did he score the last time he played against his old mob? Not great. Never been great. What are the projections? Holmes projected a 140. Too quick for anybody to go with him. This is a week he bounces back after a terrible loss against the Giants. Maybe. Brisbane. Halfback. Had a halfback stew against the Dogs. Jeez, where's Lions? Brisbane. Dogs are neutral. GWS against the Bombers, solid green. All right, so I think Whitfield might be in the equation. Problem is, how much supply will he have? Look, Whitfield should probably dominate against us, let's be real. And then captaincy. Who am I captaining? I might be blind on who's a really obvious selection. All right, what about, so designated kickers, Geelong against the Saints. So the Saints are a light green. Okay. What about inside mids? Like what Holmes is. Neutral matchup. I don't have any Sydney inside mids. Or Richmond inside mids. Or GWS inside mids. Carlton are playing against Melbourne. Could go maybe with a George. George is a workhorse. Flies under the radar. Has he had any poor scores? Is he a reliable captain? 131. How many 120 pluses has he got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So is that 8 out of 18? Not great. Brayshaw. Freo play. It's Collingwood. Fremantle. Collingwood, neutral matchup. Collingwood will be breathing fire. Freo's a tough matchup. Doggies against Brisbane, they're a tough matchup. We know this. You know what? We could do this. This is a little bit risky. Very risky. Yeah, this is live. Hey. Jordan Clark likes to play against Collingwood. But this is at Optus Stadium. At the MCG, maybe less so. Stewart. I got injured at Marvel. 105. Whitfield tends to get tagged by us. I don't think we have anyone that tags at the moment. Butters against the Hawks. Last 3 times I've played at Optus at Adelaide Oval. Dacos against Freo. Was tagged. Probably gets tagged again because it worked. Yeah, right. Bond tends to struggle against the Dogs. Sorry, Bond struggles against the Lions. At the MCG, what happened there? Did he get injured? He's got a 142 in round 23. Brayshaw against the Pies. Not Tipper Merritt against the Giants. Dunkley against the Dogs. We sort of had a look at it. Wasn't great. Shazel against Sydney. Too risky. Too risky. Gone. Baz only scored. Doesn't score very well. But those were against his old side. How does Petrarca do against Melbourne? Got 134 last year, the year before the 107, and 159. 107 plus 159 divided by 2 is 133. Which, funnily enough, is almost exactly what he scored when he played against them last year. If Petrarca can give me a 130, that would be great, but he can't trust that. Daniel. Not doing that. Darcy playing against Brisbane. They're tough. They're tough. Yeah, this is just a really ridiculous week, isn't it? Really tough week to pick. Incredible. Nothing obvious. There's no really obvious ones. Unless it is Hewitt. You know what? We'll go Hewitt. Whitfield's sharing points with Ash. Who's my loop going to be, though? Saturday into Sunday. So if I want... Sorry, I could do Whitfield into Hewitt. Or I could do Hewitt into Holmes. I don't think they get smashed again. But I do think Whitfield's going to smash us too. So I might just do that. If I do Whitfield into Holmes, obviously I can use anybody. But if I was to change my mind, St Kilda does play on Sunday. If I was to do Hewitt to Holmes, I could do it because I have Boyd as a loop or a Connell. So there's an option there. I mean, inside mid's probably more reliable. So maybe it is. Oh, actually, no. Holmes would have to be the captain on a Sunday. Yeah, I might just do that. There you go. A longer episode with me trying to figure out what the hell I'm going to do with my VCs and Cs. It's a really hard one. Let me know in the comments down below who you think I should do. If you have and you're not sure who you want to pick as well, ask me and I'll try and give you my best. But yeah, seems to be a tough week this week to come in terms of the VCs and the Cs. So yeah, let me know how you guys did in the comments down below. Hopefully you also had a really good week, really good weekend. Your teams won or performed well. Your supercoach team as well as on the side. And I look forward to seeing the members on Tuesday and the rest of you on Thursday for the drive home. Oh no, I don't even want to do a watch along of Thursday. That would be pretty bad. But hey, we'll see what happens when we get there. Hope you all have a lovely night and a Monday night, and I'll see you sometime next week. Bye for now.